Hey, it's Dan here from the European Personal Training Institute. So what I'm going to do in today's video is just show you why you should be doing online marketing, and I'm just going to answer some of your questions that got sent through from our first email. So I run a personal training business here in Sydney, and I've been using online marketing to fill my boot camps and to fill my personal training business for over a decade. And I'm just going to show you how I do it. And I'm just going to show you the possibilities as well. So when you can rank for absolutely any keyword you want, you can market your any product, any service that you want to offer. So if you do corporate boot camps, kids boot camp, kid fitness, personal training, online personal training, you could sell fitness equipment. Basically, this system works for everything. So whatever service you want to sell, getting up onto the first page of Google is just going to be a massive boost for your business. So as I say, I run a fitness company here in Sydney, and I'm just going to go over to Google now. And like I said in the other email, just when you check your rankings in Google, just always make sure that you're in incognito mode and you're not logged in. Just that way you don't get those personalized search results. Okay, so as I say, I run a personal training business, so my number one keyword obviously is going to be personal trainer, and my business is called Dangerously Fit. And if anyone in my local area where I'm at the moment types in personal trainer into their browser, into Google, I'm already listed at number one in the maps and number one organic. And I'm just going to go through a few different rankings while I'm here as well. Boot camps, obviously I run a boot camp business as well, and Boot Camp Sydney, we're number two on maps, number one on organic. Okay, I'm just going to run through quite a few different sort of services that I offer. So if you want to do sort of corporate boot camps, corporate fitness, up to number one there as well. Okay, just going to run through a few different ones. Okay, I also do online personal training as well. So if you're an online personal trainer, okay, you can also do this for online personal trainer as well. There we go. Number one, it's Dangerously Fit, online personal trainer. And also as well, you just want to rank for the variations of your keywords. So if anyone types in online personal training, it's number one now. Online personal trainers, that's an ad, so we're number one organic there still. So absolutely anything they type into Google, you want to be showing up in those top spots. And we're going to go to, I do body transformation programs as well. That's a big part of my business, and this is one of my sites here, 6weekbody.com.au. that's one of my sites. That's an online program. So once you know this skill, you can rank for absolutely any keyword you want, and really the possibilities are endless. You can set up as many different programs as you want in different niches, and you can get traffic and you can get clients in all of them. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go through and just answer some of the questions that come through. I'm just going to try and find them. Okay, so first one is how to monitor our success so we can find a weak link in our path from creating content, marketing, selling our services. So this is this question here. I think what you mean is how do you track it? So there's really two ways of tracking your marketing. One we use is Google Analytics. So it's basically just a simple piece of code that you put in your website, and it will track everything that's going on within your website. So you can, if you do put a sales page up, you can see how many people visited that sales page, and then you can put a piece of code on the thank you page after they bought a product, and you can see the conversion rate. So that's an easy way of doing it. There is also another service I use called Improvely, and this does kind of the same thing, but Google Analytics is owned by Google, so I just like to have a third-party tracking software as well. Not that I don't trust Google, but I just like to make sure. So this basically does something very similar. So it just tracks all your online marketing. So it's a simple piece of code. It's like a tracking link, and if you create an ad on Facebook ads or on AdWords, you create a unique link for that ad. And then if anyone buys by clicking on that link, then it gets tracked. So that way you can see, if you're spending $1, you just want to make sure you get that dollar back in that marketing as well. So that's something we're going to go through in the course. There's going to be a module on Google Analytics. So yeah, that's going to be in there. So I'll go through that in more detail later. So how to get my website ranked higher on Google. So I mean, that's what the whole course is going to be about, online PT supremacy. You know, it's going to take you right from the start of, you know, understanding the basics of SEO, choosing your niche, keyword research, buying the perfect domain, setting up hosting. So it takes you right from the beginning, and everything that I do when I set up a website is going to be showing you. So this is going to be the program inside here. So that's going to be the main focus of online PT supremacy, but we will be covering other topics as well. We'll be covering Facebook ads, and we're going to be covering sort of basic general business stuff, how to get your personal training business going. Okay, so next question is, do I compete on price with competition? So personally, I never compete on price. You know, with the thing about that, there's always someone more desperate, and there's always someone's going to charge less than you. So you know, if you undercut them, they're going to undercut you, and then it's going to be a race to the bottom, which nobody wins. So, you know, I never try and compete on price. I always try and compete on service and product. And what I'd rather do is just bundle in a few extra services and charge actually higher than what my competition is charging. That way there's a perceived value of what you're offering is going to be better than what your competition is offering, and that way you can charge a little bit more for your services. So just to give you an example, one of my main businesses here in Sydney is running boot camps, and a lot of what my competition do is run Groupon and daily deals. So if you're not familiar what Groupon is, it's basically like an online website, like a discount website. So people will go on now and then they'll buy coupons for cheap training. And you know, this has been a little bit of a problem with the group training industry in the last couple of years. Is a lot of boot camps, a lot of group training have been flooding the industry with these Groupon deals. And you know, once you start doing this, it's like I say, it's a race to the bottom. So basically what I would rather do is I do 6-week challenges. So whereas these guys, you know, they might be getting, actually when you do these deals, you don't get anything. You know, you do a deal for say $10 a month, all that $10 goes to Groupon, and then basically the way it works is Groupon say, okay, we've sent you the leads, now you've got to convert them. So if they sent you 100 people with a Groupon voucher, you didn't make any money on that 100 people, but they're your leads, and then you've got to try and convert them into a paying client. And the problem is with this is that there's so many businesses that are doing this now that the leads are not very good, and most of the clients that do this, they just bounce around between group and never actually sign up anywhere. So it's a real problem. So, you know, this is sort of coming back to competing on price. It's better to not do these deals if you can, and just, you know, offer a higher product, higher service. So with our 6-week challenges, what we do is we base the whole program on results rather than, you know, price. So just to give you an example of the website, let's have a quick look. It's going to take you over to my site now. Okay, so what we do is we get people into the 6-week challenges, and this is a lot more than just group training. So, you know, instead of charging $10 a month, which we don't get, and we've got to try and convert them into a paying client, we can charge $500 for a 6-week program, and we just offer a better service. So, you know, they get the nutrition, you know, we offer proper meal plans, a proper membership area, you know, there's special classes on Saturday, there's health assessments, you know, we do workshops with them. So instead of competing on price and dropping my prices, I just give them more service. And one of those things you can do is just to show that you're better than the rest, is just to get better results. And when you provide a better service, especially with fitness and nutrition, you're going to get better results. And as you can see, I mean, I'm not going to go through, but basically the way I sort of, you know, sell the program is just that we get the best results. So, and that just comes in with offering a better service. So hopefully I've answered that question. Where do I get a free promotion, or what's the best way to promote my business for cheap? So I've just kind of answered that. Personally, I don't do I don't do free promotions, and I try not to promote my business for cheap. I just think it also cheapens your service as well. I think if you're going to offer something as a cheap, then you do it as a trial, and you can do like a 1-week trial or a 2-week trial. But to get that trial, they have to give you their credit card details, and then once that trial runs out in 1 week or 2 weeks time, or whatever the trial period is, then automatically, you know, your credit card processor bills them for the next program, for the next month. But I would never have people sort of joining my program and not giving me their credit card details first, just because, you know, you've got to have some kind of you've got to be able to filter some of these leads. Otherwise, you're just going to get people coming through your program. It's just going to be it's just going to be too much work. So they, you know, for me, if they do a 2-week trial, they've got to give me their credit card details. You know, there's a little bit of commitment in there for them actually to join the program. They've got to give me their credit card details. So I'm just going to weed out some of those tire kickers right from the beginning. Okay, so next question is just says Facebook advertising. So I'm assuming they're saying they'd want to learn more about Facebook advertising. Yes, there's going to be a module inside Online PT Supremacy. It's going to be here. So basically the first module is all about setting up your website. And, you know, one of the sort of techniques I use for my business is I get as much traffic to my websites as I can through through free organic traffic. So, you know, SEO traffic. And then what I do is I pixel them, and then we sort of follow up with Facebook ads. So there's going to be a whole module on what I do there as well with Facebook advertising. Okay, so I'll just go through into the next question. What makes you different from the rest? So, okay, I think this ties into the next one. Why have people switched to your product? I think that just comes down to having a USP. So that's a unique selling proposition. It's, you know, it's what you offer that your competition doesn't. You know, that's why I always say it's best if you can choose a niche. That way, you know, that does, if you say, okay, I'm a female trainer for women over 40, you know, it's a lot easier to sell that service than just saying I train everyone, because if you say you train everyone, you kind of train no one. So, you know, what separates you from the rest is by having a niche and really sort of just focusing on one area. So that's what I would say there. And, you know, with my business as well, you know, we just focused, you know, from the start many years ago on running boot camps. So, you know, if you're the first or you're the best, then that gives you a big advantage over your competition. But other than that, then you really need to niche down and choose who your market is. How would this help bring in clients locally? I mean, as far as traffic goes, there's probably nothing better than Google. You know, so if for local people, like I was just saying, anyone in my area, you know, I live in Bondi. You know, someone's looking for a boot camp in Bondi, they're probably going to go to Google. You know, 7 out of 10 people use the search engine still. And, you know, I've got number 1, number 2 in the maps, number 1, number 2 in organic. So, you know, locally, you really want to get in the maps and you want to get at the top of organic as well. And, you know, I'm not so fussed on AdWords. You know, it's a third option. It's okay for sort of smaller keywords that are not costing you too much money. But for local business, I would much rather get into the maps and into organic than AdWords. Okay, so is this intended for use in online training? Is there advice on how to go about working with clients online? So really, it's, you know, it's more of a marketing. It's going to be more of a marketing program to show you actually how to get clients. So, you know, I don't know if I'm going to go into detail of how I train my online training clients. There's other kind of groups out there that already do that. But as I was saying when I was sort of opened up the video, you know, anyone in Australia that's looking for an online personal trainer, specifically in my area, you know, they're going to come to Google, type in online personal trainer, and, you know, there's a good chance they're going to click on whoever's, you know, up at the top first page of Google, up at number 1 spot. So, you know, that's where it's going to help you get online training clients. And it's just not for those keywords as well. It's, you know, you want to rank for as many different keywords as well as you can. So, you know, we run 6-week challenges. You know, anyone in Sydney that's looking for a 6-week challenge, you know, that's one of my sites here. It's, Dan Clay, that's me. And that's me over here. So, you know, it's just ranking, you know, it's putting a huge net over Google and just ranking for hundreds and hundreds of keywords. So, you know, anyone who comes over to Google and types in anything to do with fitness and anything related to any service that you offer in your area, you're going to be showing up for absolutely everything. So that's how it will get you training clients. How can you help me to open a boot camp in South Africa? Well, I mean, it's basically all the same. Marketing is marketing. You know, it's going to be no different if I'm in Sydney, Australia, or if I'm in England. You know, it's all the same. It's all psychology. So we're going to go through how to write sales pages. There's going to be options in there sort of helping you setting up fitness websites. It doesn't matter which country you're in. It's all the same. It all works the same. So it doesn't, you know, try not to get too bogged down in, you know, is that going to work in Sydney or South Africa or whichever country, and it works everywhere. You know, okay. How can you constantly create valuable content to draw clients to your local websites, social media, while standing up from the crowd? There's a post I did a little while ago. Actually, I put this into the training area as well. I think let's have a quick look. Basically, we've done a whole video on how you can build really good content by going out there and seeing what all the big sort of fitness media companies are writing, what gets the most social interaction on Facebook, and it is in here somewhere. I think it's in this video here. And basically there's a piece of software you can go out and use for free, and I'll give you options how to get a cheap account, but you can actually use it for free as well. It gives you limited data, the free option, but I'll give you an option where you can get a real cheap account. And there's a whole module on how you can go out there and just find out, you know, the best content that other fitness websites, you know, say if you're in a bodybuilding niche, you'd go to bodybuilding.com and you can plug their email or their domain name into this software, and you'll actually go out there and find out all their best content, what's been sort of shared the most. So there's going to be a whole sort of video on how you can do that. Okay, just going to the next one. How easy is it to apply? So this training program is going to be for all of our EPT graduates. You'll actually get free access to this training program. It's going to be part of your post-graduation course. So we do offer the PT Business Supremacy course, and then within that course, the Online PT Supremacy will be offered within that course. So you'll get free access. If you're not an EPT graduate, basically there is going to be an option for you to join as well, and there's going to be a special offer going out in the next sort of 2 or 3 days. So just keep an eye out for our next email. It's going to be a limited kind of better price. So, you know, this is going to go out to all of our students mainly, but there will be an opportunity if you're not a student to jump in on this program as well. And if you're first, if you're the first 20 people to jump in on that email, then there will be a special offer for you as well. Okay, so expense of setting up a website app. I mean, with a website, there will be options within the program that can get you started very cheaply. You can get started for, as little as $1,000 or $1,500 to get one specifically designed, or you can get one like a cookie cutter one for very cheap, maybe $100, $200. I'm actually going to be showing you a website, a template that we're putting together. And the reason we're going to build our own templates is because a lot of the stuff out there on the market at the moment, some of them look quite nice, but they're not built for traffic. They're not Google friendly. And the second thing is they're not built for conversions either. So most of the people that design these websites, all they're trying to design them for is to look nice. But because they look nice, it doesn't necessarily mean that Google likes them. So they're not Google friendly. And the other problem is, as I say, they're not optimized for conversion. So we're actually going to be building our own templates. And there's going to be a real easy way you can jump in and start using those templates as well. With the app, I've never gone down that route. I've had a look, and to be honest, I just don't think you can get the return on investment on it. So if you're an online personal trainer, there's already heaps of apps out there you can use, and I would just recommend that you would use something that's already been built. There's 2 that I have looked at myself. One's called Trainerize, and this is an online PT app, and the other one is PT Distinction, and these seem to be the 2 best ones. I've used both of them, and I like this one a little bit better, PT Distinction. The reason being is because you can set this up as your own brand. So, when you go to an app store, you can actually make this your own personal app, so you can brand it as your own. So I would probably, if you're doing online personal training, I would go with PT Distinction. So that's their website there, and I think they offer a free trial as well. Okay. Is developing a brand a better way forward, or keep it simple? Yeah, so I would always try and develop a brand. So as I say, my brand is Dangerously Fit, and under that brand I can offer multiple different programs. So I can offer boot camp, I can offer online body transformation, 6-week challenges, personal training, kids fitness, corporate fitness, but it all comes under my brand, which is Dangerously Fit. And I think you're better off doing it that way, just because it just saves you, if you're setting up 2 or 3 different services, then you've got to try and really market and promote 2 or 3 different services. It's just going to make it much harder on yourself. So just promote one brand and then just offer services underneath that brand. It's going to be a lot, you're going to get much more bang for your buck for the time that you're putting into it. Okay, and how much is the course? As I say, there's going to be an email going out in the next sort of 2 or 3 days, and there's going to be a special offer for non-EPT students to jump in on that. So just keep an eye out on the emails that's coming out in the next couple of days. So that's it, going to be it for today's video. So there will be an offer on how you can get started with the program going out in the next couple of days, so just check your email. And like I say, once you know this skill, you can absolutely rank for anything. So if you are an online personal trainer, or you offer body transformation programs, you can get clients through that. Or if you're a local business as well and you do personal training and boot camp, corporate fitness, kids fitness, you can absolutely dominate your market online for any keyword, any niche that you want. So it's really powerful stuff. So as I say, emails going out in the next few days. There's going to be a special offer for the first 20 people that jump on board. All EPT students will get free access to the program just because it's part of your PT Business Supremacy course. So we're going to offer you a way to get in on that course anyway. And if you've got any questions, I'll be in the Facebook group, so just hit me up. I'll leave a link underneath this video and I'll see you inside.